You're here at the top of the Andes. What brought you to accept this commission by Uribe Schwarzkopf here in this part of the world?
I have been interested in Ecuador for a long time. There have been no chance to come here. I was invited to the very interesting the project, and finally my dream come true. I saw some of the ancient statues, something like that. It's very similar to the Japanese ancient statues, and some kind of the bridge maybe exists between Ecuador and Japan. I want to show that kind of bridge through this as a capital project.
You talk about the sculptures and some of that ancient art between our culture and the Japanese culture. Do the mountains here speak to you as well?
Yes, mountain here, especially the volcano, has gave me many inspiration. The shape of the Mount volcano is very similar to Mount Fuji. It is much higher than Mount Fuji, but the shape and the combination of snow is very similar to Mount Fuji, and I feel the strong nostalgia by that mountain.
You talk about returning to nature. How do we return to nature if we live in such big cities filled with concrete?
Quito is a big city, but as the shape of Quito is very long and always the mountains besides the city. It is has a very unique character of the city. My project is a kind of the big forest in the big city. The people who live in our project feel like living in forest, living with forest. As we try to achieve that kind of quality.
Harmony is a Japanese value, but modern society has little harmony and we live so fast and so quickly paced. What elements of Japanese culture could be adapted for us to have more harmony in our environment?
Japanese traditional building, many tools to create harmony. As one example is Engawa space, as it's in-between space. Gardens and as a building is not separated and always integrated, but not integrated by glass window. The modernism design try to achieve integration, but they don't have in-between space. And that kind of integration is very artificial. But in Japanese buildings, so with Engawa space, the people can feel like natures even in the house. Our capital project, we also bring Engawa idea to the tall apartment. And as Engawa space is very transparent, twin gardens, but still in the gardens. That is a semi-covered garden space in capital project, maybe as can be applied to the contemporary cities. For us, to realize that Engawa in the different context is very important.
As a child, you wanted to become a veterinarian.
Yes.
And then you visited the Yoyogi National Stadium and that changed your path.
Yes.
And years later, you were commissioned to design the Tokyo Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
You use wood from 47 provinces in Japan.
Yes.
How does that help the people in the area feel a sense of belonging from the material you use? How did you connect that?
To use concrete and to use wood is totally different experience. Concrete is anonymous. Concrete has no connection with the place, but wood always has the connection with the place. When I use the wood from 47 prefectures of Japan, I heard somebody went to check the wood from their city, their prefectures, and they feel strong sympathy to that kind of wood from their place. And the wood can be the bridge between the place and humanity. And concrete and steel cannot be the bridge.
The climate change phenomenon brings a lot of uncertainty and unpredictable consequences, and also to the buildings that we see in our cities. How can architecture plan for such an uncertain future?
In 20th century, as an architect was often considered as an enemy of nature, as an enemy of environment. But now the architects can find a solution for global warming. As one example, using the local wood, and the wood can absorb the CO2. Always try to use local wood, and also the natural ventilation is always our main technique of the building, and especially in Ecuador, in this kind of climate, the natural ventilation is very, very helpful.
If architecture is the art of building, is its main role in the 21st century to repair this rupture that we have between humans and nature? And then how does that promote global harmony, not just in the buildings that you build, but in bigger communities in bigger cities?
We are always thinking about as a big context and a long future. And the most of the architects are thinking about the site and the thinking about the short period. And with that kind of thinking, the architectures will be connected with the history, connected with the whole environment. The separation is the enemy of creation. Integration is most important, spatially and historically. The integration is most important.
You work with a lot of artisans. What have you learned from them?
As artisan knows the material, the artisan is thinking about sustainability, because if the material disappeared, they cannot continue to work. Sustainability is more important for them, and I learned their way of thinking, and I learned the method of sustainability from them.
Do you talk about emotional sustainability and how can we design architecture around achieving and building emotional sustainability?
Sustainability is with of emotion is very much connected with our intuition, and as our intuition is connected with the human body. For us, the most important thing is sustainability of emotion.
You know that half of the world is made of young people today. There's so many people that look up to you. What makes you hopeful or optimistic about the future?
My case is I travel when I was young. I travel to different places. I travel to many islands, and I love to travel to desert. And through those trips, I got friends, and the conversation with a friend, it gave me many hints for futures. Always, suggesting young people to make trouble to get friends.